So integrations, PSMP and then AIM, these three left. So I will cover these three. So what are all the different types of integrations we can do to Cyberark? Means, we can do LDAP, Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. Like, if you want to integrate an external directory to Cyberark, we can do using LDAP. Next one, SMTP Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, SNMP, Simple Network Management Protocol, CM Security Information Event Management and NTP Network Time Protocol. So already we are done with LDAP in our lab and on. Now I will go through the SMTP integration. So how we can do the SMTP integration? You will not need the lab today, right? So just switch on the lab in case you want to check something. Then I will ask you to share the screen. Okay, so SMTP Simple Mail Transfer Protocol for doing this integration. So you need to go to Administration Options. So again, you need to click on Setup Wizard. So there you can see two options. So one is LDAP integration and second one is email notification. So in case, if you already integrated LDAP, then that radio button is grayed out. So if you are doing SMTP, then you need to select Email Notification Radio button and click on Next button. So after clicking on Next, it will ask all this SMTP address. That SMTP server address we need to take from the SMTP team who is managing that SMTP server. So we need to reach out to that team first. Then we need to tell our requirement like we are configuring SMTP to Cyberark. So whenever, if you get any email notifications from Cyberark server, you need to forward that email notifications to our DL. So we need to give our DL also to that SMTP team. And also we need to take server IP address, SMTP server IP address. So once we have all those details, then we'll enter those details. So SMTP server IP address. Next one, send an email address. So you need to put something like this, CyberArk notifications or CyberArk admin notification, some meaningful thing. @CyberArk.com. So whenever, if you get an email notification, that sender email will be this one, CyberArk notification @CyberArk.com. In case if you configure some other thing here. So this email doesn't exist. Means no need to exist in the real time, but just you need to put something here. Next one, sender display name. So here we can put CyberArk notifications or Vault notifications or some other thing. And SMTP port by default 25. And PBWA URL. So, after entering all these details, you need to click on Enter. Then you will get the notification. Okay, I'm back. So, after entering all those details, you will get one. If you click on S button here, you will get one test email here like this, and if you want to reset this notification, you have to go to Administration Options. There you can see that the email notification setup. So expand that event notification and then send method SMTP server. If you put 1.1.1.1, then again this email notification button will highlight it. Otherwise, this will be grayed out in case if you configured some wrong thing, and if you want to revert that changes, you need to put the name at 1.1.1.1. Then again you can configure that SMTP protocol. So that's it. This is just a simple thing. Just we need to gather the details, SMTP details from the SMTP team. And we need to provide our DL to that team. That's it. So they will configure whenever they will get an email notifications from this email ID, they will forward that email to our DL. Okay, so from our end, apart from that, here we have some templates, notification templates. In case, if you started your lab, you can open. I will tell you. Yeah, just a moment. So I think I'll have to bring up the component as well then. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we could just continue. I'll just start the components over also. Next one, SNMP, Simple Network Management Protocol. So, using SNMP, what we can monitor means we can monitor operating system information and component-specific information. So in operating system information, we can monitor CPU memory and disk usage, event log, notifications and service status. And component-specific means our ETA log and DR logs also. We have DR log also, we can monitor. So for configuring SNMP we need to edit Paragentin file. So in Paragentin file, if you open this file, so we have already entered all these details for configuring that remote control agent configuration. Yes, sorry, apart from. Sorry. Yes, remote control agent configuration. Apart from that, we need to enter the SNMP host IP. So again, this SNMP host IP we need to gather from the SNMP team. So if you reach out to the SNMP team, and if you say like we are configuring this SNMP traps from our world server to SNMP, then they will provide one IP address. And we need to provide MIB files. So those MIB files will be available in the vault. Installation software. So that the server folder is there. So inside the server folder you can see two MIB files, Cyberark MIB version 1 and version 2. So we need to provide this MIB file to the SNMP team for parsing these traps as a meaningful information. So they will configure that MIB file from there, and we need to edit Paragentin file. And we need to enter these details. Port number is 162 by default. And SNMP community. You can put public or some Cyberark kind of thing. This is only for monitoring the vault-related SNMP. Right here, vault-related. Okay. So here any specific parameters also we could capture. It's only this many in the default. Only this many. So CPU memory disk service status and log files. So, in case, apart from that, if you see any other words in the logs, immediately it will transfer that to SNMP server. And from there we will get the in-memory. The reason why I ask is for the DR. Could we look at the replication events as well to say that maybe a replication has stopped or something like that, or something that one we can get from the SNMP? So if you configure SNMP, all the vault-related email notifications we get. In case verification got failed, password change got failed, DR replication is not happening, or your backup user is inactive, or your PWA user gateway user is inactive. All those notifications we will get from SNMP. So SNMP is for just monitoring physical operating system resources and also application level logs. So here you can see threshold CPU, threshold 293 30s. So every 200 seconds it will check for usage of the CPU. And if it reaches to 90%, then it will check for 3 times within 30 seconds time span. So, in all these 3 attempts, if the usage is still 90%, then immediately forward this trap to SNMP server. So from SNMP and they will route this email notifications to our team. So they need to configure. Whenever. If they get a trap, CPU usage equal to 90% kind of thing, then this notification will reach to cyber team, like that. They will configure some rules from there and also. So in case it reaches to 90%, then immediately we will get email notification. Like that same, like a physical memory swap disk, usage and service status also. So whenever, if you modify this Pergentini, we need to restart the remote control agent service, private remote control agent service, then only those changes will be reflected.